Listen, this is no longer the hero era. This isn't even the villain era. This is the era for the vigilante. So let me tell you what I mean. I don't know about y'all. But I am over being the hero in other people's lives. Right? I'm over being the hero. This whole idea about good girl image and all this stuff. Let me tell y'all something. I have followed the rules all of my life. I have played by all of the rules, like Jill Scott said, play by all the rules, then they changed. Right? They're like, play by all the rules, went to school, got the degrees, was the good girl, was going to church, praying and tithing and fasting and, just everything you can think of as far as what being a decent human being would look like. I have followed all the rules and then they changed. Me wearing the cape in other people's lives, playing the good girl role, and where has it gotten me? What has it gotten me? So if you are on the same path, you're no longer desiring to be the hero, you're not even desiring to be the villain, you're desiring to be the vigilante, then this is for you. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I am your host and creator of this here society. Okay. For those of you who are subscribed here, thank you for subscribing here. For those of you who have not, what the hell are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. It's right below, right to the left or to the right somewhere. Just click it one little good time. That's all it takes. If you like the content here, let me know by subscribing, by liking, sharing this video. And also, y'all, I love it when you're in the comment section. Meet me in the comment section because that's where I be, okay? I need you to comment, talk to me because I do talk back. So let's get into this video. Right now, y'all, right now, I'm sitting in the dark in my living room. And not in complete dark. I mean, my laptop computer is up and then I have a salt lamp on. But I'm in the dark. I turned off the lights and I just wanted just the glow of the salt lamp. The only reason why I have my laptop up is because I wanted to make sure I don't rear off. So I kind of got some notes in front of me. But yeah, I'm sitting in the dark, and the dark for me is getting me in this energy of the vigilante, being in our dark shadow cells, being comfortable in our dark shadow cells. So let's dive deep. No longer the hero, not even the villain, but the vigilante. So I just want to pull up real quick. I don't have it in front of me, but give me one moment. I'm going to pull up really quick the definition of a vigilante because I just want to read it. 1 second, y'all. And I'm not going to even edit this because, hey, it is what it is. All right. Vigilante, a member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake the law in their own authority. Typically, because the legal agencies are thought to be inadequate. Ooh! Oh, I love it so much. Let me just read that again. Oh my God. My heart. Listen. The definition of a vigilante, a member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law in their own authority, typically because the legal agencies are thought to be inadequate. And y'all, we can look around the world and see this to be true, right? We can look around the world and see this and know this to be true for ourselves, maybe in our everyday experiences. But as far as what we talk about here on Alcheminity, we are going to stick to turning our pain into power, what that looks like through the science and the art of alchemy, hence Alcheminity. By the way, for those of you, I did mention that I'm the host, Timmesha. I don't know if I gave my usual spiel. Hold up, let me back up because sometimes I get ahead of myself and just want to dive on in. But hold on, let me back up. Okay. I am Timmesha, Miss Burgess. If you're nasty, some of you probably repeated after me when I said that. I hear you and I feel you. Thank you. And again, this is a society of those of us who are on the path of the phoenix, who's risen through the ashes of our old lives, our old ways of being, thinking, and doing things. And we are rising in all of our power and our superpower, activated in our missions and our purposes. A lot of us here are clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudient, are empaths, are psychics, are spiritualists in some way, shape, or form. This channel, this page is for you. Um, Again, this is a colony. I can't say the beehive because Beyonce's already got that. So I just say colony and I'm the queen bee here. Queen bee Burgess, just Burgess. All right, let's go. So getting back on topic here, what we talk about here on Alcheminity, it's turning your pain into power and it being sexy. And so for those of you on this particular journey, you are in the era of no longer being the hero. We are tired. We are done with wearing the capes for other people. We realize that we are no good to anybody else. We are no good to anybody else, our friends, our families, our associates, our partners, our loves, our husbands, your wives, or whoever, your children. We're no good to anybody unless we save ourselves first, right? Being the hero for a lot of us on this journey was the calling. Like you had to answer that calling. You had to answer the calling of your empathic abilities, your clairsentient abilities, your clairaudient ability, any of your spiritual abilities. You had to answer the calling to that. And a lot of us, when we initially heard the call, we said yes, and we just went out into the world to try to implement whatever it is that we thought we were given, whatever it is we were given, right? We were excited to help and to uplift and to motivate, but we did not know that that came at a cost, right? Because, excuse me, heavy is the head that you know the rest, right? And so when we answered these callings, we just went out there wanting to protect everyone and save the world and the whole thing. And don't get me wrong, your mission and your purpose is still to uplift and to motivate and to inspire and to help and to assist, but only after you have motivated, uplifted, inspired yourself. Only when you have been able to save yourself. So if you do put on the cape, it's the cape for you to show up for you. So let's dive a little bit deeper. No longer being the hero, also not the villain either, right? Now I hear a lot of, folks out there talking about the villain era, and sometimes you'll see me hashtag that because that's just the language that people are on, and I try to meet some folks where they are, where they get it, where they can get it, and then I take them deeper, right? So or higher. But I see a lot of pages and folks talking about the villain era, and I get it. I think it's awesome. But as we know, there's levels to this shit, right? So we on this journey, for those of you who are the phoenix, turning your pain into power, activating your mission and your purpose through the awakening and activation of your mental health and your emotional intelligence, right? There's levels to this shit. So yes, you start off as the hero, and then you get so tired of being the hero, honey, you turn into the villain. Right? We're Joker at this point. You turn into the villain. You're like, you know what? I followed all the rules. I did the right thing, paid my taxes, whatever I'm supposed to do at the church, worked and paid bills and helped people. And where's it gotten me? The same people that I helped were the ones that turned on me. Right? That's what many of you are probably saying to yourself. The same people you helped were the ones that turned against you. And so you stop being the hero and then you become the villain. And for right reason, all the right reason. You're like, you know what? Let my cape turn from pink to red to black, right? So you become the villain. You're like, you know what? Fuck this, fuck them, fuck everyone. This is when you start to have your awakening. right? As you're on this journey of activating your power and awakening your power, you're doing the inner shadow. Oh, God, I can't even talk. We're still in Mercury retrograde. That's why I asked you guys, should I wait until to after Mercury retrograde to do a video? Because I'm stuttering. Unloose my tongue, Mercury. Unloose my tongue. But um, Lord, now I'm forgetting what I'm saying. So you go through these levels. There's levels to this shit. You're starting off as a hero, and you go into your villain era for all the right reasons. For those of you who are on this journey of turning your pain into power, who, have delved into your dark shadow self and unleashed and awakened your inner whatever it is you're supposed to bring to the planet out of the dark shadows of you, okay? You are supposed to become the villain at some point. From the hero to the villain, you are supposed to, you're supposed to wake up from this immaturity, from this childlike thinking, seeing sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. And you're supposed to wake up to multiple realities, right? Not just the one that we thought existed, but when you're on this journey, you wake up to infinite realities. You realize there are infinite realities. And so as you're on the spiritual journey, you go dark, meaning you go into your shadow self and you do this work in yourself and you uncover all of these truths and wisdom, right? And so you become the villain because you realize, oh, you really didn't deserve my friendship. Oh, these people really weren't my friends. Oh, I mean, I realize that this is a family I was born into, but I don't have to deal with this shit just because I call them family, because I can go and build a whole new family. Hello. This is when you become the villain. This is when you go dark, so to speak, right? You start, and you're going into you're going dark because you're going into the shadow parts of these truths that a lot of people cannot accept. And that's none of our business that they can or cannot. This is your journey. If you're here on Alcheminity, then this is for you. And you already know this to be true. I'm just confirmation for you. What I'm saying is just confirmation for you because you're already on the journey. Okay. But when you go into your villain era, you become the demon, right? It's like from angel to demon. It's so freaking powerful. You become the demon, dark villain. Okay. And you only become the demon, dark villain because now you're scaring people around you, and you're only scaring people around you because you're not who you used to be. They can't walk all over you anymore. They can't piss on your leg and tell you it's raining anymore. They can't, smile in your face and all the time they want to take your place. They're backstabbers, right? You see them now. So to them, you become the demon because it's like, wait a minute. I can't get over on you anymore. I can't just talk to you any kind of way anymore. I can't, insult you, put it in a joke like I was joking, but I was really insulting you, and I can't, you won't let that slide anymore, right? Oh, I can't, bully you in the workplace anymore. Oh, I can't intimidate this person anymore. Wow, this person is much more confident in themselves. They're walking upright. They're letting people know where they can get the hell off. They're setting boundaries, healthy boundaries at that. Oh, I can't get over that. That's scary. I'm scared of a person who's in their power. I'm scared of a person who's confident. I'm scared of a person who's speaking up for themselves. I am scared of this image. So this is demonic to me. Let me back off, right? You're no longer in that lane in which they can do that. So again, you become the villain. Why? Because you're no longer overly humble. You're no longer giving and loving to people, but it's the people who never deserved it from you in the first place. Hello. Are y'all with me? So you become the villain, and it's necessary from you to go from the hero to the villain in order to turn your pain into power. If you are going to truly practice the science and the art of alchemy, i.e., we're right here on Alcheminity, okay, where we fuse together the art and the science of alchemy, sensuality, sexuality. Okay, that's where Alcheminity comes into play. So it's necessary in order for you to turn your pain into power, meaning in order for you to awaken your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities, your whatever it is that you have come to birth and bring into this planet. Okay. And excuse me if y'all hear that noise. There, I live in an apartment complex and the ceilings suck. I'm in the middle floor. And so if you hear walking, it's the people above me. Okay. So yes, I'm in an apartment. That's why I asked you guys to donate. So let's take a little break right here. Y'all, then we'll jump back in it. Are y'all all right? Y'all still with me? Speaking of donations, please make sure you donate here to Alcheminity. You can do that through super chats. Super thanks, super chat, super thanks. You can send me a Cash App. You can send Zelle. You can send PayPal. Please continue to donate. Thank you to those of you who have donated here to Alcheminity. I'm glad and I'm happy to know that what I share resonates with you on a deeper level, and you are showing me that you are seeding into this ministry. It is a ministry. You're seeding into the expansion of this society and this wisdom and this knowledge that I'm dropping here, right? By your donations, you help me be available to be able to give you more of what's inside of me. If you want more of this content, please do donate. Again, share these videos. Make sure I'm getting up in the algorithm. Make sure not me, but Alcheminity through me is getting up in the algorithm so it can get to the people who need to get these messages as well. And if you like even more messages, maybe on a daily basis or several times a week, then please donate even more because I do work outside of this. I'm a flight attendant outside of this. So in order for me to be available to you all, please donate. All right, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay. Regularly scheduled program. All right, so where was I, y'all? Right. So it's a requirement for you to go from the hero, which would be your angel avatar, right? Your angel avatar, and then to your villain, which is your demonic demon avatar, which is really still an angel, but just the dark angel, right? You have the angels in the light, angels in the dark. Y'all hear me talk about that all the time. If you like more about that, then scroll through some past videos. I talk about it quite a bit. Okay. So anyway, you go from your angel, your hero. You go from that to your villain, your demon. Look, villain, demon, hero, angel. Oh, that kind of rhymes. Hero. I know it's angel, but hero, angel, villain, demon. I love that. I just made that up, y'all. Okay. So yeah, so you go to your dark villain. And this is a part of activating and awakening your power and your purpose and why you're here and who you are, right? You're no longer the pushover. Again, you're no longer overly humble. Nobody can sideswipe you. Nobody can get one over on you. You're discerning. You are discerning in your villain era because you're seeing all of these truths, but you're learning to be discerning. You're learning to be discerning in your villain era. You're seeing all of these truths. You're seeing people for who they really are, who they really are not. You're able to read the energy of people without them even speaking, right? In the 16th, 17th century, being able to be discerning like that would be something considered of witchcraft or demonic. How dare you? How is it that you can read that energy? She communes with demons. Hang her, burn her. Okay. Now we can talk about this stuff openly. Oh my gosh. I think that's why many of us evolved. So we can come back, not evolve. What I say? Not evolved, but many of us reincarnated, excuse me. Many of us reincarnated came right on back so that we can get done what we didn't get done in past lives because we were burned or hung. I'm pretty sure I was. I know I was. For those of you who are on that path of awakening your gifts. If you're here in Alcheminity, you are. A lot of your gifts would be considered demonic or what people would say are witches, right? They would consider you a witch, right? A lot of this can or has been misconstrued over time, miscommunicated over time. And a lot of you are probably experiencing extreme levels of anxiety or depression and suicidal thoughts. Maybe you've experienced panic attacks. You are on a very particular journey and you have these empathic spiritual abilities within you that you've not fully awakened and it's not fully come online yet. In order for that to happen, you have to answer the calling of your demons. If you'd like to read more about that, then everything is verbiage. Okay. Get my book. It's titled Activate Unorthodox Philosophies That Explore Anxiety, Depression, and Suicidal Thoughts as Symptoms of Suppressed Superpower. Excuse me. You can find that on Amazon in paperback or ebook. Okay. Or you can order your copy directly from me from my website, TimmeshaBurgess.com, and I can sign it and describe it for you and send it to you directly if you'd like that. All right, let's get back into this. And I know I keep repeating, so let's go really fast. From hero, the angel, to demon, the villain. This is where you are now. Okay. Now, from demon or the villain era, again, I said this is not the hero era. We're not even in the villain era. We're in the vigilante era. And this is my favorite part. Yes, this is my favorite part. But hold on, y'all. Let me take a sip of my tea before we get into that. Oh, are y'all enjoying this? If you are, put it in the comments. Put in the comments, not a hero, not a villain, but a vigilante. I want to see it in the comments section. Let me sip my tea, y'all. I got some dandelion tea with some mullein leaf in it. All right. Let's go, because I don't want this to go too long. I'm going to try to do my best for this not to be too long. So, from the hero to the villain to the vigilante. For those of you who are subscribed here on Alcheminity, or maybe you're listening to me for the first time, you were drawn to this message for a reason. You were drawn to this message for a reason, and that reason is you are in your vigilante era. Okay. The vigilante is a fusion or combination of your hero and your villain. Ooh. Your vigilante era is a fusion of your hero era and your villain era. Now, how is this, Timmesha? Let me see what time we're at. We're at 22 minutes. Going to end this in just a little bit. So how is that? How is this the vigilante era for you? It's an integration of your angel and your demon. It's an integration of your dark and your light. It's an integration of your so-called good and your not so good. Okay? As the vigilante, you know how to balance both your light and your dark. As the vigilante, you know that it's absolutely necessary to be a villain and a hero. You know it's absolutely necessary to be an angel and a demon. You know it's absolutely necessary to be heaven and hell, to be able to walk through and navigate heaven and hell. As the vigilante, you must do both. You are in your vigilante era. You are a blending of both your angel and your demon. You are a blending of your hero and your villain, because you realize that it isn't good enough to be overly humble and be the good girl. You realize it isn't, or the good guy, whoever's listening to this, you realize that it isn't just enough to be all shadow and in your dark nature too. You know, you can't just be cussing everybody out and doing all of this crazy stuff. You realize that it isn't good just to be all dark and mistrusting of everybody, right? As the villain. But as the vigilante, you have access to both sides of the spectrum. You have access in the dark and in the light. You have access through heaven and hell, right? You realize it's imperative to be both, that you cannot do one without the other. You can't have one without the other. It literally is a divine marriage between your dark and your light, your heaven and your hell. It's a divine marriage between your hero and your villain to birth the vigilante. I'm hearing love and marriage, love and marriage. come together like a horse and carriage. This I tell my brother, you can't have one without the other, right? This is divine union in yourself. This is integration. This is healing, right? This is how you develop emotional intelligence with this wisdom. This develops your emotional intelligence, being able to know this truth and accept this truth. This develops your mental health, being able to know this truth and accept this truth, and navigating in a world of duality where you have got to be both. You've got to be angel and demon. You've got to be the vigilante. Not only just to survive, but to thrive. I mean, we don't want to just survive here and be the hero to everyone, everything. We want to, the reason that we're integrating and activating all of this stuff is so that we can thrive in this life as well as rise. Because as a phoenix, we rise, right? Again, this was a journey of those phoenixes. You rising through the ashes of the old. As the phoenix, you rise and you thrive in your glory. So the reason we want to integrate and our dark and our light and come into this knowledge and develop our emotional intelligence and mental health so that we can thrive in our bodies and in our lives, in our minds, right? This is the point of this, so that we can not just understand that there is bitter, but there's also sweet. And we need both. We've got to be both. The hero, the villain, to the vigilante. As a vigilante, listen, you're going into rooms, you're discerning now. You're discerning who deserves conversation with you, who you should do business with, who you shouldn't. Also, as a vigilante, you realize that you need allies on both sides. As a vigilante, you realize you need allies, like just for those political buffs, right? For those of you, you realize you need allies on both sides. You need allies on the Republican side. You need allies on the Democratic side. Yes, you do. You need allies in your day-to-day life, and you need allies in the underworlds too. Ooh, yes. As a vigilante, you know this. And you tread carefully because you're discerning, right? This can go so deep. And I'm just going to stop right here because this will keep going and going and going. I just saw 3, 4, 5. So Spirit says it's time to end it. I've given y'all enough. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, which I believe you have, please like this video. Please make sure you subscribe if you have not. And make sure to comment. Listen, the comment section is where I am, okay? So talk to me in the comments. I read them and I do talk back, honey. We have whole conversations up in the comment section. So get at me in the comments, okay? For those of you who this message has resonated for, I want you to write in the comments, not the hero nor the villain, but the vigilante. I want y'all to type that in the comments if this resonated with you. Let's see. Get your merch, y'all. Fear of Feminine Power is a mental disorder. It's on my website, TimmeshaBurgess.com. Get your book, your copy of Activate. It's on Amazon, a paperback or ebook. You can also order your copy from me. I can sign it, inscribe it, and send it to you, just directly to you from my heart to yours. So yeah, you can do that on my website. For those of you who are interested, girls, honey, y'all, and girl, guy, whoever y'all, listen, it's Mercury retrograde and it has my tongue. I wanted to unloose my tongue right now. But for those of you who are interested in booking me to speak at your next conference, your next webinar, your seminar, your podcast, honey, you want to chat, you want to interview, you want to whatever, collaborate or sponsor. You want to be a sponsor of Alcheminity, that'd be great. Email me at timmeshabburgess@gmail.com and we can talk about that. Okay. Donate. Please continue to donate. It helps me so much when y'all share and like and comment. It just gets all of the messages here on Alcheminity into the algorithm where it deserves to be so that other folks who are meant to hear these messages can get them. So please donate. There's Super Thanks, there's Cashapp, and there's Zelle, and there's PayPal. To those of you who have donated to Alcheminity, thank you so much. I've received them. Yeah, let's see what else. Let me just add that all of your donations go to expanding Alcheminity, its messages, and the branding. Y'all, this is a one-woman show. I do this all on my own. So there's no team, there's no none of that. But your donations can help me get a team so that we could do maybe more live stuff, maybe more, I don't know, creative things around the messages that I'm talking about here. Maybe we can do some meet and greet. So yeah, it helps. The donations kind of help for those things to happen. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you to all the new subscribers here. I appreciate you for being here. I'm glad to know that what I'm sharing resonates with you on deeper levels. And that's all for now. Till next time, y'all. Mwah.